If you're like me and about 2 billion other people, when you heard this music back in the day, it was about to be on. You knew you were about to go on some unstoppable rampage and kind of drop all kinds of purple aliens and have a blast with your buddies, playing local tourneys, things like that. So when the Halo show came through last year, that's right around the time I decided to start my own channel here. I got into this show and I got into, I think, Resident Evil and this show were the first two that I kind of took down as being massive, disappointing departures from subject matter. And it was kind of funny that Paramount, when they optioned Halo, they really bit off a lot on that initial purchase. Like they were going, you were always going to get 2 seasons of the show, which I thought was kind of funny. Kind of ballsy, but people were excited and they were ready to see something they hadn't seen adapted for screen before. There was rumors forever that Peter Jackson was going to do a Halo movie, and it never came to fruition, which was disappointing. That might have been, I think that really would have been a cool movie to see. So when we get the show, I'm like, all right, let's see what they got. As you guys can see in the clip here that I just kind of put together for the show, like this is the entirety of the badassedness that the Halo show could have had going forward. This whole segment of clips here basically distilled down from the first 15 minutes of episode 1 into this, and a couple of other sequences, to be fair, throughout the rest of the episode, and then just a couple episodes later. But across their 8 or 10 or whatever, I don't even remember how long the run was, wildly disappointing down the stretch, and for a bunch of reasons, not the least of which is in the headline above my head there, Halo actor Pablo Schreiber, if you don't agree with the helmet coming off in the show, you don't like our show. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Like, yes, we told you that last year, in episode 1, when you took the helmet off for no discernible reason. If it's not the helmet, it's this, or this, or this. And when you add all these seemingly minor things together, you realize that the show and the showrunners, they didn't really grasp what they had on their hands, and that's the biggest disappointment. Is we can go back and dig up all the articles that kind of mentioned that the showrunners were encouraged not to play the games or read the books or engage in Reddit sub-forums that were about subreddits. Boomer moment. They didn't want to engage with source material because, like so many other things, they wanted to take an existing IP, something that had an established fan base, something that had social credibility as being popular and interesting, and they really just wanted to play in the sandbox with your toys, but they didn't want to respect them. They kind of wanted to do their own thing with it. And I think it's not only is it kind of intellectually disingenuous, it really just shows that you're bereft of any creative ability, that you just want to go to somebody else's house and wreck it up and be like, sorry, because now we have statements by these jackwads, and later down in this article here, I'm not going to put the article up because I hate IGN and I'm not going to bother putting their crap on the screen in full. But they're talking about how season 2 is going to be something of a reset and it's going to be darker and grittier. And I'm like, so you spent a year telling me how great season 1 was and how it was a smashing success and it did this, that, or the other thing with ratings and numbers, none of which I ever got to see because I don't think Paramount shared any of it. But it was so great that we need to do a reset. Sorry, I'm not sure I buy that. And again, not to beat the point, but when we have quotes like this from their lead actor going into season 2, like you're doubling down on not getting it. Like, you should have kept the helmet on, but that's water under the bridge now. That cat's out of the bag. But if you're gonna go with the soft reset here, why not try to go all the way with that? Get this dude back in the helmet. I understand you're an actor, dude. Your face is how you're gonna make your money. You need to get it out there, just like Pedro Pascal, the Mandalorian. But at least they had the good sense to limit that, occasion by occasion, as it became story necessary or relevant for him to take the helmet off. Here, this dude takes the helmet off by the end of episode 1 for no emotional punch, no payoff, like nothing. It just comes off like any other dude taking off a bike helmet. And it kind of like, you wasted an opportunity. Like, you could have gone 6, 7, 8 episodes and then in the penultimate or in the finale episode, have him there's like an emotional beat that requires him to take it off. And people still wouldn't have been, okay with that across the board, but you'd have had a better chance selling that moment to people that were interested in the drama and the storytelling and the craft. But you didn't here. You played that point for nothing. So we're heading into season 2 now. They're talking about soft reset. Does that mean I don't have to see Master Cheeks anymore? Does that mean we're ditching the stupid concept of like the pink-haired Spartan? Like, why? Like, these guys having their emotions suppressed was never a thing that I remember enjoying or even being really present in the original trilogy Or I think I played through like part 5, I think is where I got off the ship, and I played ODST for a bit. Like, I don't remember that beat. I'm not in this for the complexities of this character, as Schreiber wants to point out. That's, if you go deeper into the article on IGN.com, that's what he's talking about. That if you don't understand that they had to take the helmet off so they can differentiate between the Master Chief character and John Spartan 117 or whatever I think it's his call sign. I think those are his numbers. Like, I'm not in it for the duality of this character. This isn't a Bruce Wayne choosing to be Batman instead of feeling compelled to be Batman, or Clark Kent being the alter ego because his true self is Kal-El. Like, no, bro, you're Master Chief. You're the guy that, like, humanity sends in to wreck Covenant stuff when we need Covenant stuff wrecked. Like, you're the last best hope kind of role. I'm not in it for you to sell me the dichotomy of your experience between those two things. Like, no, I'm good. Keep the helmet on, keep the armor on. Give me more of the 30 seconds of this clip here with other, military UNSC things sprinkled in between. Ditch the Quan stuff. Like, everything you guys invented for world building was stupid and doesn't need to be in this show. Halo's a rich enough universe that has plenty of source you could draw from and tell your stories. And, you could have progressive casting. You can tell whatever kind of stories you wanted, but they just can't suck. And the crux of everything you gave us in season 1 was stupid. Asteroid colonies connected by cable cars, stupid. Master Chief having flashbacks to his upbringing, kind of dumb. I'll give him this. The McKee character was kind of interesting. Human living amongst the Covenant when they largely consider us lower life forms, but somehow she was a chosen one. I mean, did they rip this idea off from Star Wars? I don't remember which came first with the stupid Force dyad nonsense from the sequel trilogy. I don't remember, but the character itself was interesting, and there was some wiggle room for them to play with something interesting there. I'll give them that. I'll give them that much. But I think mostly when we sign up for this show, we're looking for masked hero, kicking ass, saving humanity, dropping purple aliens, dropping brutes, fighting the Arbiter and plasma swords, all that nine. That's Halo. That's what we needed. We needed the emotional beats with some self-sacrifice with Cortana, all that good stuff. And it's all right there. Like, it's all right there for them to have. And they just didn't pull the trigger on it. They went their own way and it bombed. But coming back for season 2 because they already paid for it. So hopefully, unlike Rings of Power season 2, the guys over at Paramount Plus take a couple of cues from fan feedback and just really get this shit together. Because this one needs to be better than it was. It deserves better. I'll catch you guys in the next one.